You are in my life, and I've come to realize you're too faithful to fail me. You're too faithful to fail me. All right, y'all, what's poppin'? I hope you guys are doing well. I miss y'all, CK fam. I'm your boy CliffordAKyei here. I make Jesus videos. That sounds so tacky. All right, forget all of that. Anyway, as you can see by the title of today's video, simple. Singleness does not mean loneliness. Yeah, Just because you single don't mean you lonely. And I think oftentimes when people hear, oh, like someone is single or enjoy your singleness, we think the person is lonely. And people rush into relationships because they don't want to be single. In this video, I've come as an ambassador of singleness, literally, to let you know that as a Christian, it is better to be single and keep your purity than to be in a relationship and lose your purity. Because you see, God delights in your purity, whether it's your sexual purity, your mental purity, your emotional purity. God delights in it. And so being single, please, let's get that out of the way, that just because you're single means you're lonely. Maybe some teenagers are listening to me, maybe even some youth, young adult are listening to me, and you feel the pressure of the people, the pressure of the community to get into a relationship, because in our generation, in our dispensation, it's like if you're in a relationship, it is almost as if you're put on a specific pedestal. But I just want to encourage somebody listening to me that take time to get to know yourself. Be in a relationship with yourself, date yourself. Because the thing is this, before you get to live with somebody, you have to first live with you. Before you get along with other people, you have to get along with yourself. And if you don't, and you can't even get along with yourself, don't expect for somebody else to get along with you. If you don't love yourself, don't expect somebody else to love you. Because even when they do love you, you will never see it as love. And so there's nothing wrong with taking time to date you. You know what I do sometimes, as practical as it can be, sometimes I take myself out on dates. Sometimes I literally will go to, where did I go the last time? I think last time I went out to a restaurant by myself was at Tops Diner. Shout outs to y'all, Tops. But like, I walked in, there was like table for how many? I said, oh, one. She was like, oh, okay. She was looking at me a little weird, because normally, we don't normalize that. We don't normalize people enjoying their singleness. We don't normalize people taking themselves out, people taking themselves on a date. This year, normalize that. Take yourself out. Do something fun. Plan a solo trip. Something. Don't wait for somebody to take you out before you take yourself out. What if somebody doesn't take you out? You're gonna no. Enjoy yourself. Ask yourself questions. Find out more about who you are. Because sometimes I think the fear of being by yourself is what limits so many of us in terms of our potential. Many of you are probably very, very afraid of being by yourself. And so you settle in relationships you're not supposed to settle in. Listen, you are worth being with. And so don't be scared or afraid to be with yourself. You deserve you. And anybody else that does not want to genuinely embrace you for who you are does not deserve you. And so sometimes it may feel like you're all alone, but it doesn't mean that you're alone. Like I said, singleness does not mean loneliness, because number one, God is always with you. And in your singleness is the time for you to build genuine relationships and friendships with other people. And so I know everybody wants to date, but seek this year to build friendships, great and healthy, godly community, godly friendships. This is not a long video, but I came to let somebody know that just because you're single does not mean you're lonely. And I came to let somebody also know that don't let the pressure of people force you into a relationship that you're not supposed to be in. Because the thing is this, God so much cares about you that if you find yourself in a wrong relationship by your choice, you'll get out. it won't end well, because your future is too great for it to be tied to someone who's going. Okay, maybe I shouldn't say that, but I'll say it this way, in a nice way, that your future is too great for God to tie your destiny to someone who's not going anywhere. And so I'd rather you stay single and embrace your singleness than to be tied with someone who's not going anywhere. Your single season is not a curse. Your single season is not an abomination. Being single does not mean that God has forgotten about you. Being single, as a matter of fact, doesn't even mean you're ugly. Sometimes God will preserve you and keep you single because you're that precious, you're that beautiful, you're that handsome, you're just gifted. You're a gift, and anybody else that will have you will have to cherish you well. And so you're too great to settle. And so enjoy your single season. Get to know you. Build great friendships and relationships. Invest in yourself. Invest in your personal growth in this season. And I pray that in due time, God will honor you. I love you. Remember that as we're bridging the gap, this is still our year of exploits. And lastly, don't forget to be blessed, be yourself, and be happy. Peace.